Well, hello. I am live for 5-ish. If you know me, anything for 5 minutes with the amount of stuff that just falls out of my mouth from the fire that is connected to outcome, the fire that is connected to faith in action, business in ministry, ministry in business is hard for me to. So here we go. We got 5 minutes. I'm on a countdown timer right now. I can see it in the corner of my eye, and I want to give you today's concepts. 5 tips for business owners just starting out. Okay, if you're listening to this and you are just starting out, I really need you to tune in. If you are listening to this and you're like, Tamara, I am a seasoned veteran, I really need you to listen to this. If you are listening to this and you are in a stalemate space, where you feel like everything around you is tumbling and nothing you're doing is working, I want you to listen to this because this is for everyone who is anointed as a follower of Christ in the kingdom, because we are faced all the time with enemy tactics to distract and destroy our calling. And I want you to go higher. I want you to stand above. And these 5 tips for your business are going to change the way that you show up every single day. And ultimately, it's about identity in who you are, anointed, called, a king, a queen. That is who you are, fearfully and wonderfully made. And so this business is not a Goliath. This business is not a construct for the Lego builder, right? This is rules and precision that has been gifted to you from God in the way that it was done in the Old Testament with the tabernacle. And you might think, Tamara, you're crazy. What are you talking about? Well, I've got an ignite for you based in just these 5 tips. And I want you to go through each and every one with precision for yourself, because that is how you build business. So number 1, identify your why. I know this sounds like the world. This sounds like every next speaker, teacher, educator, course content that you could download, but that's not what I mean. I don't want you to find your why. I want you to find the why. The why connected to what it is that you're doing, connected to your calling, which is ultimately connected to the kingdom. If we're doing anything because we want more comfort, we want more money, we want more freedom, we want more fulfillment, that is a very me centered output, and your business will fail. Let me say that again with certainty. Your business will fail. If your why is rooted on you, even if it's potentially just rooted on your little nucleus of a family, there is a bigger why at large. It's a bigger why to why you were formed in your mother's womb. And I promise you, if you can deconstruct and reconstruct what the enemy has said and reconstruct what the Bible says you're called into, whoo-wee, you are going to identify your why, which is identifying the why, and it's going to change the reason that you show up every single day, because you will get tired, you will get weary, you will get worried. And those elements, while elements of activation, are also elements of the enemy. And if you know the why connected to the kingdom, you show up fiercely, boldly, confidently, in spite of how you are feeling. Okay, that's 1. Identify his why connected to your why. Number 2, identify who. Again, you hear IAA, ideal avatar, right? Who is that? Your ideal avatar is the person in which you are meant to support. And when I say identify your who, yeah, it's important to know who that is or find that niche, though Jesus never niched, but that's another training. It is connected to identifying who you are. Raise your hand if you can confidently say that you are a mighty warrior for God. Raise your hand and confidently say that you are a king or queen or a son or a daughter. This lack of confidence, or maybe you're behind the computer right now or behind your phone and you're like, yeah, that's me. And yet when you get on social media, you forget who you are, that you try to put your faith behind your business or as the foundation of your business. Both are important, but what about in front? What about beside? When I know the presence of God precedes me, even in social media, when I show up, I come with a new level of confidence because I know who I am and I know whose I am. So identify that and you will be able to build your business in a way that is so glorifying to God, not to man. And in that, He will create a multiplication factor. Number three, identify what. Okay, so this one's a little bit, I'm going over 5 minutes. Holy cow, I have three more. Should I wait till the next one and just give you two? Because that was a lot. No, I said 5-ish minutes. So here we go. Identify the what. What are you going to offer the world? You've got to know this based in your testimony. Okay. This is a passion and pain dissection. I'll come back for another training for that. Identify what it is that you're teaching. Okay. Number four is identify where. Where do you want to show up in the world? How do you want to show up? Do you want to show up in the podcasting world? Do you want to show up in the social media world? Do you want to show up on a bookshelf somewhere? Do you want to show up on a stage? Those are things we at Fit and Faith Media help you do firsthand. And so you've got to know where before you can have us help you. Or we can help you help yourself by identifying your gifts and talents. And that's based in your profit identity. Did you go to the profit identity quiz yet? If you didn't, it's literally within the app. So go find it. It's critical for you to take this quiz. It's on our site as well. And in that space, you're going to understand the what and the where. Okay. And lastly, number five is identify the how. That's really where we come into play. This is our expertise. Our team has been doing this for years. I've been developing businesses for 15 years. And so I don't come at you with just yesterday's idea. This is a full system that's been developed over time, and it's based in the becoming model. So how do you do it? You don't come at me with just a good business idea. You don't come at me with just your branding colors. You come at me with your identity, with the who that you are, the being that you are, so we can build your brand and build your business. Why, who, what, where, and how. Let's go. 6